welcome back to Deep Thought. We're going through Mario Kart 7, and now we go through the Flower Cup. I was going to say Fire Cup, but, I mean, what's the difference? Am I right?
I wasn't meant to laugh at that joke, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and we start with Woohoo Loop, and honestly, I do not care for this or its counterpart.
See, I like this as an idea, like, it's a direct adaptation of the one from, I believe, Wii Sports Resort. This was
Yes.
like the area where you could just run through it, like wait for you running around like a fucking imbecile. But like, I like the design of the island. I do want to point out that in the European releases of this game, instead of just calling them Woohoo Loop and I think it's Woohoo, the mountain equivalent, they just call it Woohoo Island Loop and Woohoo Mountain Loop, which makes more sense. But like some of the changes they make are bizarre because there's other tracks in here that had name changes as well that we'll probably get to.
That's stupid.
It's just unnecessary, like why change it?
I mean, I do like the concept of having a whole loop around instead of just like, well, looping around three of the same track three times. Because it gives like a bit more variety into the design. And yes, I did fall down there. Don't worry.
What were you trying to achieve?
I was trying to get into here.
You were trying to get in there by literally diving into the sea. It's like, is this like an aquatic Yoshi now or some shit?
I just missed it. That's all.
Thought he was playing All Stars Racing Transformed and expected the kart to turn into a boat, but nah.
And there we go again.
Good going, even.
He was trying to achieve suicide.
Yeah. I wanted to kill Yoshi for like the 10,000th time. Not that he would remember that.
Well, that's Yoshi's natural home, the pit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cunt.
Yeah. So again, I do like the design of this and I like the concept, but it's just a bit bland to me. I always thought that the Wii Sports Resort, I mean, it's kind of nice going around on the island, but it still always just looked bland.
I will say it does seem to have less character to it than the actual Mario themed levels, because like this is just a generic like island area, and as opposed to having like all the other tracks you see either have like a character attached to them, like you know the Mario circuit, the Luigi, Wario, whatever, or they at least are a little bit fantastical, so they fit in the Mario universe. Whereas this is literally just reusing the area design from Wii Sports Resort, and that it doesn't fit.
Actually, I think they took that from Pilot Wings Resort, which was also a launch title for 3DS that no one remembers about. So,
I actually have played that, but like, yeah, I get confused with that because there's the Woohoo Mountain. Like, it's all part of the same island, but like Nintendo used it for a little while. I think it shows up in one of the versions of Wii Fit as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Whatever it is, nobody likes it.
Yeah, exactly.
But this track in particular, I really like the design of, mainly because of the cherry blossoms. Like, cherry blossoms just look really pretty in most places they're used, and this just is no exception.
Yeah, and with this track, we get a bit of an example of like one of the Mario Kart's main sticking points in that. Well, it's got some pretty nasty rubber band AI, and this game is no exception.
Well, like that's the sort of thing that I get why people don't like it, but at the same time, it's Mario Kart.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't care for it, but yeah, it's part of Mario Kart.
It's like you don't go into Mario Kart for a fair race, do you? Let's be frank.
Yeah, it's like one of those games where you can do as good or as well as you can, and you'll probably still end up getting screwed over by some chance. Like, it is kind of a game of chance, if you really think about it.
It literally is. Like, that's because of how the items work. It just, like, you could be doing really well, you've earned your way to the front by playing well, and then, like, you get absolute bullshit, like the blue shell, or just some guy, you know, gets a lucky draw and boosts past you or some shit. Like, yeah, that is exactly why you don't go into Mario Kart for a fair race.
Yeah.
Also, this item's kind of useless.
Yeah, let's talk about items while we're on the topic. Well, this is the raccoon leaf, and you can use it to like bounce off green and red shells and banana peels and attack anyone who's close to you. But it's kind of useless. Also, kind of ruins the drift as well if you're drifting and bouncing at the same time. And then there's the blue shell.
Yeah, there he had to show his face sometimes, didn't he?
I think this game's iteration of the blue shell is a bit different than what it was in Double Dash and Wii. I'm not sure if this is correct, but I think instead of it just floating in the air and not attacking anyone, now it just kind of goes across the track and like basically shit rocks anyone who just happens to be in its path. And then of course
used to do that before back in the older ones, like in 64 and possibly even Super Circuit.
I think it behaves differently from game to game, I've noticed. Like, that one there, it sort of pounces down. Like, the Double Dash one is particularly violent because it seems to, like, jab under you and shit. Like, that's pretty nasty. But, yeah.
Ha ha.
You lost.
Well done, Ethan. There's your perfect straight fucked.
Just put in a clip of Nelson right here when you lose.
Yeah, but Ethan, you got to remember, you came second. That is, like, literally first place for losers. Well done.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I got second place due to something that was out of my control.
Could have recorded it again.
Nah, I didn't want. Again, like I said, my recording process for this was like, it doesn't really matter. Like, do well at this game and get first place at the end of each cup, which again I did.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna go into Linkin Park for a second. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Yeah, this is the less fun and lesser known equivalent to that, Music Park, and I kind of like this track. It's clever. It's clever, if anything.
Yeah, I like the idea of a music-themed level. This is another one that had its name changed regionally, because this is Melody Motorway over here, which is actually a much cooler name than Music Park. And that change carried over to Mario Kart 8 as well, although these signs there, they didn't actually localise to say Melody Motorway, so they still say Music Park, even though they changed the name of the track.
Lovely. And it seems like they had to cut a lot of corners from Mario Kart 8, despite how good that game seems to be.
Like, that's probably why it's getting the update now, although that doesn't really excuse the fact that it was
update in quotations.
Will the deluxe version still have Pink Gold Peach?
Yeah, so it's still shit. but no, like, I will say Mario Kart 8, it's my favourite Mario Kart, but it does have problems.
Oh, so you don't like Deluxe?
Well, Deluxe is just an enhanced port, and it doesn't update it enough to me to justify buying another copy.
But it has the battle mode that's been in every single Mario Kart before Mario Kart 8 fucked it up. So why are you complaining?
But I don't play battle mode.
Because you don't have any friends.
Fuck you. But yeah, like, to me, like, if they brought out a new Mario Kart for the Switch, then I'd probably be sold. But, like, I just don't really see the point in upgrading.
Nintendo innovating, that's a good idea.
Well, to be fair, this is the first time they've remastered a Mario Kart game and sold it as a new one. But, like, I would be up for a new Mario Kart game because, like, it's one of my favourite series. But, like, I just cannot justify buying both a new system and another copy of the game for just another extra little multiplayer thing. Like, I just don't give enough of a shit about it to pay out more for it.
To be fair, they've been sort of doing that remastered thing to a lesser degree with the 3DS and the Wii U by just releasing versions of games.
I've noticed that a fair bit, that like the games that sold like shit on the Wii U, they just try again.
Well, even like it's not exactly the same, but Mario Kart 8 is pretty much an enhanced Mario Kart 7.
Well, it's a sequel. I think 8 in itself has enough of a new feel to it to kind of get away with its existence, but like, I do get the kind of idea that this one seems, because Mario Kart 7 is the one that sort of gets forgotten about a bit, and so reusing the ideas in 8, that wasn't a bad idea, all things considered.
Yeah.
Considering that I'm one of the many people probably who haven't played Mario Kart 8, I think Deluxe would be a good opportunity for me to, finally get into that game, since, once again, I've been in a bit of a Mario Kart kick lately. And that was not on me, thank you very much.
Well, if you're planning on getting a Switch for Deluxe, be sure that you're not playing it on the go, and be sure you're not planning to enjoy more than 2 hours of the thing.
Yeah, seeming like the Switch is going to have some battery life issues, which could be...
That battery life issues that are worse than the Game Gear.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Game Gear had, like, AA batteries, 6 of them, and this one's, like, rechargeable. Like, you couldn't recharge the Game Gear.
Yeah, but you also can't recharge the Switch when you're out, so...
You also can't recharge the Switch in a plane. I mean, if you had AA batteries, at least you can, like, get them from your bag and pop them in. With the Switch, you're
That's if
fucked in
they'd
a
let
plane.
you have them on a plane.
Well, back then they would. Back then in the 90s they would. Sure.
Well, they would, yeah. Since Game Gears were used for 9/11, they're not allowed anymore.
Yeah, like, it was... Fucking hell, Sonic drifted 9/11. Oh, Christ.
Oh, boy. So, what, are we now ground for 9/11 conspiracy theories? That's what the real deep thought is.
To be fair, that's more sophisticated than the usual dick jokes.
Nah.
But yeah, this course, I like it for the most part, except for this one falling rock section, because the camera doesn't always tip you off as to where the rocks are coming from, and it kind of gets on your tits a bit when they just fall on your head without you being able to react in time.
Don't talk about things getting on your tits, Flame. You don't have any.
It's an expression, you know this. Also, good job, Ian.
Okay, yeah, that one was on me. Yeah, but my favorite part of this track is, like, that end where you can just fly up over the starting line and just kind of get way ahead of the people in front of you. Because they're too stupid to realize that you can do that.
Even, you're in no position to talk about people being too stupid to use the flying thing when you literally just flew off the edge.
Fair enough, but, I mean, fuck you.
Compelling argument.
I don't like how if you get too far away from where you can use the flying thing, that it just drops you. Like, why can't I just use it forever?
You just fly everywhere.
And well, why can't I just like if I could see it, why can't I fly there? Why does it just have to turn off the chute?
I don't know, I don't think they want you to be flying forever, or else that's essentially breaking the game.
Well, then fuck them.
What does the 7 item do?
Oh, that's the Lucky 7. It's a very rare item that you get, but once you get it, you've essentially won.
What is it?
You get, like, just a bunch of items.
Oh, so it's like the 8 in Mario Kart 8?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
like
same
that.
concept, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I get it throughout this playthrough. I mean, I think during
Dumbass.
maybe one... fuck off. One recording session, I may have gotten it, but that recording session turned out to be kind of trash, so I
Like you.
did put it in. Yes, very true. But I did win first place in the Flower Cup, though, so I'm not totally trash.
Shiny.
Very, very shiny.
Only 36 points, though.
Well, nobody's perfect.
I am.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I buy that. See you guys on the next part of Mario Kart 7.
Perfectly insane, more like.